Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the faithful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Hey everybody, welcome to the Real Estate Connection Wednesday evening edition. Come on in! It's a beautiful Wednesday evening. Merry Christmas to everybody! Haha! It's that time of year. It's the season. Oh yeah, here we go.
Time now for The Real Estate Connection with Stephen Theard, a realtor and certified probate and real estate specialist. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor looking to downsize, move up, or refinance, this program is for you.
A house in the middle of a street. Something tells you that you've got to in the middle of
From probate sales to landscape design to home repairs and maintenance, this is your weekly look into all things real estate. Now your host for The Real Estate Connection, Stephen Theard.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Woohoo! It's a Wednesday evening and we are doing the Real Estate Connection live. That's right, live and in person. Thank you for joining me this evening, guys. And gals and people all across the United States of America and all around the world as we are broadcasting live on YouTube. That's right, the reach. The reach is everywhere. YouTube, actually, and Facebook and Periscope. We're on Facebook as well. So, hey, if you're on Facebook, share it out with your friends. Start a watch party. That's right, share it out to the world. You know anybody in the UK? Carl and Tracy Fenty? Hey, share it out to them. Know anybody in Chicago? Share it out to them. That's right, share it out. Let's get the numbers up, up, up. All right, so again, welcome to another edition of the Real Estate Connection with your host, radio realtor Stephen Theard, coming to you live from sunny California. The weather has been fantastic, but we need rain, and rain is on its way. As I've looked forward into the forecast, we can see rain that's going to be coming. This weekend, as a matter of fact, it's supposed to be raining, I believe, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's much needed rain, especially for our ranchers. You know, the farmers in the state of California can irrigate, but the ranchers still rely on rain from God above in order to feed the cattle. So they've been in a real pickle lately with the rain. So it's an answer to prayer, and we thank you, God, for that rain that's on the horizon. Okay, all right. How about a round of applause for God? All right, there we go. Yeah, a little bit of a delay there. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. All you get the glory for everything. And with that being said, we're gonna jump right into recording the Real Estate Connection. For those of you who are new to watching me live on YouTube, Periscope, or Facebook, I record this show live in front of all of you, and then it turns into a radio show that gets aired on the weekend. And oh, by the way, I'm never too busy for any of your referrals. I am Stephen Theard, your radio realtor. So if you know of anyone looking to buy or sell in the near future, I absolutely would love to help them. Give me a phone call directly at 408 472 0817. Again, 408 472 0817. Send them my way. I'll treat them right. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. Plus, we have to keep this radio show on the air, and it is not free. And so, like anything else, I am running a business, and businesses need to make money. Money, money, money. That's right. Anyway, okay, so without any further ado, we're going to get into the show in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Real Estate Connection with your radio realtor, Stephen Theard. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining me today. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's a great big round of applause for you. For tuning in to another episode of the Real Estate Connection with your radio realtor, Stephen Theard. All right. Well, let's just jump right into today's show and get this party started. All right. First of all, Merry Christmas to everyone out there. It is that time of year. We're out and about doing Christmas shopping where you can, of course. We're dealing with something that I won't mention on the air, and things are a little bit different, whether you're shopping online or braving it out there. God bless you for taking care of your family and your loved ones and for supporting business out there. I know they can use it right now. Okay, so on today's show, though, you will be receiving a gift of knowledge. That's right, I'm giving a gift to you. Have you ever heard any old wives' tales and wondered if they are true? You know, like the ones that say, like, cracking your knuckles will give you arthritis. Or the other wives' tale that's been floating around for eons, eating carrots will give you better eyesight. Yeah, well, on today's program, you will learn 10, and I say 10, misconceptions about your home that could cost you money in the long run. So get out a pencil and a piece of paper because you're going to want to take some notes for all you homeowners out there. And if you're not a homeowner yet, you may want to take some notes if you're thinking about buying. Now's the time to get off the fence. Interest rates are still historically low, and the prize in the market right now is real estate because in California, equity is king. That's right, equity is king. And if you're not an owner, you're not playing the equity game. If you're at all on the fence about it, give Stephen Theard, your radio realtor, a call at 408 472 0817. Again, 408 472 0817. Let me help you navigate the buying process. You know, what it takes is expertise and knowledge, 15 years in the business in Northern California. I've been doing this a long time, degreed professional from San Jose State University in business administration and accounting, and just lots of on the ground experience. Let me help you get through the maze of getting an offer accepted in a hot market where there's not a lot of inventory and you need every trick in the book in order to get that prize, which is owning real estate in the state of California. But I digress. If you don't want to miss another episode of the Real Estate Connection either, and you're finding this content to be interesting, send me an email right now at info@realestateconnectionradio.com. That's info@realestateconnectionradio.com with your name and your email address, and I will add you to my podcast distribution list so you never have to miss another episode again. Now, before we get started, I need to give credit where credit is due. This information comes from an article entitled You Only Think It's True 10 Myths Costing You Time and Money by Leanne Potts. Now, Leanne Potts is an Atlanta based journalist and a serial home remodeler. She's written about everything from forest fires to dog friendly decor and spent a decade leading the digital staff at Home and Garden Television. So she knows her stuff, and I want to give her a round of applause for writing this article and providing content for today's show, and I hope you will find it useful as well. Again, it's a Christmas present of knowledge. All right, so what is the first misconception to be debunked on today's show? Well, myth number one, or misconception number one, is stone countertops are indestructible. That's right, stone countertops are indestructible. First fact that you need to know is that even rock can be damaged. Marble, quartz, travertine, soapstone, and limestone can all be stained. All right, so that goes to the myth of rock as being stone countertops are indestructible. I mean, they're super solid. They're really, really durable. Um, and they're great accents for any kitchen, especially where you need a solid surface to prepare meals or to cut or do all of that sous chefy type of work. But one of the stones that are used in a kitchen is marble, and marble is extremely fragile. It can be scratched. It's also easy to stain. Additionally, mildly acidic substances like soda, coffee, lemon juice, and even hard water will eat into marble, creating a cloudy, dull spot in the process known as etching. So, if you have a fantastic and beautiful kitchen that has marble countertops, you may already know this. They are extremely fragile. And if you're thinking about updating your kitchen and putting in beautiful marble, just be prepared to really take care of it. Be very careful about the surface itself and the types of items you put onto the surface or risk being spilled on the surface. And if it's spilled, make sure that you clean it up right away and keep it sealed. You want as much protection as you can on a surface such as marble that seems to be very fragile. A spilt glass of wine left overnight can leave a stain in marble as well. Another misconception about stone countertops is stone does not crack under heat, but stone and marble can become discolored. So you need to be careful if you're taking something off the stove. Come on, Stephen. You've been speaking now for how many years now? I know 50 plus. All right, let's get our word enunciation correct. Um, Even if you take something off of the stove and it is extremely hot, you need to be careful about putting it directly onto stone countertops. So what I would say is definitely still use those heating pads or hot pads, or a piece of wood that can withstand the heat, that provides a barrier between the hot pot that you're taking off the stove and the countertop itself, because we do not want to discolor. All right, come on, that's another triangle. You don't want to discolor your stone surfaces. All right, so what is the $1 million question is, what is the most durable stone countertop? The most durable stone countertop is, and without further ado, granite. That's right, granite. Good old granite. It's also the least expensive. It's the hardest to stain or scratch. And do you want to know why granite is the most durable of all the stone countertops that you can put in a kitchen? Anybody have an answer? Anyone? I'll tell you. It's because it's made of volcanic rock. How about that? Straight out of the earth, straight from molten lava coming out from the sea. Volcanic rock is what they use to create granite countertops. And it's one of the most durable, least expensive, hard to stain, and hard to scratch surfaces that you can use in a kitchen. So even though it's been around for a very long time, it's super durable. You can find it in all kinds of colors, different color combinations, and it's absolutely beautiful in a kitchen, especially if it's slab. The granite slab, there's nothing better. And now they're using it in waterfall kitchens. So hey, we're running up onto a hard break. If you're at all thinking about selling your house and you want to remodel it and you want some advice, give Stephen Theard, your radio realtor, a call directly at 408-472-0817. And with that, we'll see you on the other side of this commercial break. See you in a minute. Okay, that's our first segment. And we're going to hop right it back into segment number 2 as we're rolling through. I got 2 listeners out there. I can see you. I see you out there. Say something. Wave. Say hello. Send me a message. I'll put you on the live chat. Or start a watch party. Start a watch party. If you're in a watch party, I apologize. I can't see the live chat. Using this program called Restream.io, it doesn't allow me to see chats in the watch parties. But my lovely bride often will take screenshots and send them to me, so I do see those, and I do appreciate you guys attending the real estate radio connection, the real estate connection on Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. I really do appreciate you spending time with me, especially on an evening. You may be commuting, and then you can just put it on your phone and listen as you're commuting home this early evening. And then with that being said, we're going to jump right into the next segment in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Real Estate Connection with your radio realtor, Stephen Theard. Hey, Merry Christmas, everyone! Merry Christmas! It's that time of year again. You know, Santa's coming to town. You got those Christmas trees up, whether you pulled them out of the attic or you went up into the mountains and cut them down. The lights are on, the decorations and the ornaments are up, and it's just really a festive time of year. You get to play the Christmas music, and it's just absolutely wonderful. And so on today's show, I have a gift for you. It's the gift of knowledge. In today's program, we're going through the 10 misconceptions about your home that could wind up costing you money in the long run. And so you're probably going to want to grab a piece of paper and a pencil to write some of this stuff down. Or if you miss any part of today's show or you're just joining me, send me an email right now. That's right, just send me an email. Get onto the your phone or the computer and type in the email address info@realestateconnectionradio.com. That's info at realestateconnectionradio.com. Realestateconnectionradio.com, info@realestateconnectionradio.com with your name and email address, and I'd be glad to add you to my podcast distribution list. So, what's number 2 on the lists of misconceptions that homeowners have about their home that could cost them money in the long run? Number 2, your smoke detector's test button is foolproof. Well, this is not correct. It's partially true, okay? So the test button does not always tell you what you need to know about the health of your smoke detector. You need absolutely to check your smoke detectors twice a year. However, when you go to push that little button that makes that piercing noise that nobody likes and that wakes up the house, which is a great thing for a smoke detector, and it absolutely should annoy the living daylights out of you and make you want to get up. All that test button does is let you know if the noise maker in it actually is functioning. All right. So you push the button, it makes the noise, thumbs up. That button has indicated that your noisemaker in your smoke detector is actually functioning correctly. However, it does not tell you whether or not, if smoke enters the smoke detector, if it will trigger that noisemaker to go off. So, advice for you, write this down: twice a year, again, twice a year, check your smoke detector by introducing smoke into it. I know it sounds crazy, but check it twice a year by introducing smoke into the system. Now, when I was a little kid, it was I was growing up in my parents' house, and I would watch my stepfather do this twice a year. He had actually, and I don't recommend this, okay, but I'm just telling a story, so don't send me a bunch of email saying that this is a horrible suggestion. Remember, this is the context of me telling you a story about my childhood and what my stepfather used to do. Okay, what he would do is he would take a pack of cigarettes that he kept in the house just for testing the smoke detector. He would light one up, take a big puff, and blow the smoke into the smoke detector to see whether or not it would trigger the alarm. Now, that is absolutely what you must do as far as introducing smoke. However, there are other methods to get that done today. You can take a long match and strike it, light the matchstick on fire, preferably one that's made of wood, and then blow it out, and then let the smoke off of that match rise up into the smoke detector. Now, if the smoke detector goes off due to the smoke being introduced into the system, you're good to go. Your smoke detector is working just fine and it's passed its test, and you can mark it down on your calendar and move on to 6 months later doing it again. However, if your smoke detector does not go off after the introduction of the smoke, it may be time for you to replace the battery. Now, it sounds very simple. However, a lot of smoke detectors these days, due to changes in code and law, are either hardwired into your home or they have a battery that is sealed into the smoke detector. So if you have one of those, it just means that you need to replace the smoke detector um, as it stands, or you need to check the electrical connections to make sure that it's connected electrically into your house. If you have an old-fashioned smoke detector that still takes a battery, go ahead at this point and replace the battery. Then reconnect your smoke detector to wherever it is located in your home, whether it's in a bedroom or a hallway, and repeat the smoke test. Again, repeat the smoke test. Either do it with a match, which is more a modern and more healthier way to get it done. Light another match, blow it out, let the smoke rise up into the smoke detector, and if after you replace the battery, the smoke detector goes off, thumbs up. You're ready to go. You're cool. Your smoke detector is functioning properly, and you can move on and test it again in another 6 months. However, if your smoke detector fails after the second test, after you've changed the battery and you've reintroduced smoke into the system, it's absolutely time to replace that smoke detector. Now, as part of any real estate transaction in the state of California, it is required to have smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors in your home. In the middle of any deal, whether it's a sale and you're the seller or you're a buyer, there normally will be an appraisal that needs to take place in order for the transaction to be completed. So if you're a seller, the appraiser will not appraise the property or give his final report of value unless there are smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors in the home. If you're a buyer, you're the one who's paying for that appraisal. And if they go out to the property and there is no smoke or carbon monoxide detection devices installed, then the appraiser will leave and charge you an additional fee to go back and finish the job. So you absolutely want to make sure that those are in place either from a seller's perspective or from a buyer's perspective in order to get a loan completed and get the purchase done on any real estate deals that you're doing in the state of California. Now, if you're a seller and you want to work with a realtor who has this knowledge at the tip of his tongue and can guide you through the process to make it as smooth as possible so that you can get all of that hard-earned equity out of your home and convert it into cash into your back pocket, give Stephen Theard, your radio realtor, a phone call right now at 408 472 0817. Again, 408 472 0817. You may be asking yourself, Stephen, is this really a good time of year to be selling my house? Doesn't the market normally slow down around the holiday season, Christmas and New Year's? Well, in a normal year, absolutely. But it's a pandemic and people are still buying real estate. They're not. We're not traveling as much. We're staying close to home. Kids are doing distance learning, even remote working from home for most offices, and so people are still heavily out there in the market. And they're not distracted by the Christmas season like they normally would be. So, absolutely, yes, this year, it's still a great time to get that hard earned equity out of your home. So, give me a call 408 472 0817. Again, 408 472 0817. Enlist the help of your radio realtor to get your home sold and leverage the power of radio to advertise that listing when it comes live on the market. I have a couple of properties that are coming up real soon, and you will absolutely be hearing about it on the Real Estate Connection. And if you're looking to buy and you want somebody who knows how to navigate this tough market where there's not a lot of inventory and there's a lot of buying competition out there, and you need your offer accepted, work with someone who does a lot of listings, someone who understands what a listing agent really wants to see on an offer. Call Stephen Theard, your radio realtor, 408 472 0817. And oh, by the way, I'm never too busy for any of your referrals either. If you have friends, family member, coworkers that are looking to do a real estate deal this year or coming in the first quarter of 2021, send out my information as well. 408 472 0817. Again, 408 472 0817. Now, you may be asking yourself, okay, so that was great information. Your smoke detector's test button is not foolproof. Okay, then, so what's the next in the list of 10? We're halfway through the show and you're only on number 3. Well, let's get it moving. Number 3 is gutter guards are maintenance free. That is the third misconception about what you may have going on in your home. Gutter guards are maintenance free. So we're running up onto a hard commercial break and we need to go pay some bills. When we get back, we'll continue down what are the 10 misconceptions about your home that may cost you money in the long run. We'll see you in a minute. Okay, we're on another hard break here, and we're gonna keep on a rolling. That's right, keep on rolling. Keep that train chugging on down the track. I got your backs. Ooh, I made a rhyme. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, I'm feeling like I'm on a roll here today, and my technology is actually working, so I'm very happy. All right, so in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Real Estate Connection with your radio realtor, Stephen Theard. Hey, Merry Christmas to you and your family and your loved ones located all over the Bay Area, the United States, and around the world. A happy, and a Merry Christmas to you all. Thanks for joining me today on the Real Estate Connection with your radio realtor host, Stephen Theard. Hey, on today's show, we're giving out the gift of knowledge, the knowledge of 10, exactly 10 misconceptions about your home that could cost you money in the long run. So if you're just joining the program and you've missed any of the show and you want to find out what it is that we've already discussed, send me an email right now at info@realestateconnectionradio.com. That's INFO at realestateconnectionradio.com with your name and email address, and I'd be happy to add you to my podcast distribution list. This way you don't have to miss any past or future content. All right, so what is misconception number 3? Misconception number 3 is gutter guards are maintenance free. Now, for all of you homeowners out there who have lovely, beautiful, gorgeous, tall, majestic trees all around your home, you know that in the summertime, it really helps to keep your house cool. Plus, it's just a wonderful setting for a garden or a pool or the neighborhood that gives your home lots of curb appeal. But with those trees comes leaves. And deciduous trees, which lose their leaves every year, are the culprits. They fall, they land all over your lawn, they fall on your roof, and ultimately can get into those gutters and clog them. So, what is the solution for many homeowners? What did you do to protect your gutters from the menace of the leaves falling down from those trees every year? You probably have installed gutter guards. However, they are not maintenance free. Small objects can get caught in gutter guards as well. These include seeds, pine straw, and flower buds. They can still get through. Now, gutter guards absolutely reduce the amount of work. Okay, so that's a fact. Without them every year, if you have trees, you are absolutely cleaning out those gutters if you're trying to maintain them and keep them from rusting out on you over time. However, even with very little trees in your yard, you will need to clean your gutter guards out every 2 years. Just because stuff like pine straw and seeds and things that kind of trickle in over time can pile up into the gutters or just kind of clog those gutter guards and let make them less efficient for rainwater to get through and wash away from your house, and then it's going over the sides maybe and harming the eaves underneath. So you're definitely going to want to clean those gutter guards if you don't have a lot of trees in your yard every couple of years. However, if you have a lot of trees that provide a lot of shade that keeps your house cool during most summers, you're probably still going to need to clean those gutter guards out at least once a year. Not twice a year, but once a year. It's still a lot less work than cleaning out the gutters, but you should still do it. You don't want the debris to pile up and then clog the holes in your gutters that allow for the water to go out down the drains and get pushed away from the home so it doesn't affect your foundation or the stucco or the paint around the edges of your home. You definitely want to make sure that you get those cleaned out. And if you don't have gutter guards and you're looking to save yourself some work, because no one likes getting up on that ladder or climbing up on the roof every year to clean out those gutters, it's definitely an investment that you might want to look into. You absolutely want to maintain your gutter system around your home for various reasons. One, if your gutters that are generally made out of metal um, have standing water on it for too long, for all my chemistry listeners out there, if you're a chemist, you know that water is the universal solvent. And if it sits long enough on anything, it will erode it. And the last thing you want is if you have old fashioned metal gutters for you to create rust and then have that rust create holes. And then the holes in your gutters are then having leaks that are coming out from your gutter system onto your eaves that can eat away at the wood and then through your paint. And then what happens next is the wood gets soft, and then termites take advantage of the soft wood by eating it. So it's just a cascade of problems that tend to attack your home if you do not maintain your gutter system. So it may be worth the investment, even though there's still some maintenance required to go ahead and go and install those gutter guards. So, if you're just joining the middle of this segment and wondering what's going on, what's this guy talking about? We're talking about 10 misconceptions about your home that may cost you money in the long run. And if you're just joining the program and you want to find out what you missed, send me an email right now at info@realestateconnectionradio.com. Again, info@realestateconnectionradio.com with your name and email address, and I'd be happy to add you to my podcast distribution list so that you don't have to miss any past or future content. Again, and if you're thinking about getting that house on the market and you want someone to come give you some advice about what to do in order to get that house ready for sale, that's going to have all of this information at the tip of their tongue, you give Stephen Theard, your radio realtor, a call at 408 472 0817. Again, 408 472 0817. Let me help you convert that equity into real dollars for the next step in your life, whether it's to downsize or just invest or travel all over the world. So many people in their retirement go out and travel, book vacations on cruise ships, or the RV has become very popular, especially in today's day and times, for moving around the United States and feeling safe and comfortable. The road trip is making a comeback, and that is for sure. All right, so what's the fourth misconception about your home that could cost you money in the long run? Misconception number four is a lemon is a great way to clean a disposal. Okay, let me repeat that again. If life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Okay, I digress. Anyway, a lemon is a great way to clean a disposal. All right, that is our fourth misconception of the day. So, using natural cleaners is an admirable objective. However, all of them will damage your disposal and pipes over time. So, this goes into the category of an old wives' tale. Maybe you've been told by a grandmother or a parent or a mother, hey, just stick a lemon down there and it'll take care of the smell that's coming out of that thing and you'll be good to go. Well, lemon's acidic juice will corrode the metal parts of your disposal over time. Additionally, salt and ice mixed together has metal eating acid as well. Now, I had never heard personally about mixing salt and ice and putting it down your garbage disposal to help clean it out. But this is new to me. It may not be new to you, but if you have heard that, as far as it eating and eroding away at the metal parts within your garbage disposal, now you know, and I know as well. It's a big no-no. It will it has metal eating acid as well. You may have also heard that coffee grounds will clean the metal blades of your disposal as well. The issue with coffee grounds is they will clog your pipes over time. Now, they do have an abrasive nature to them, and they'll clean those pieces of metal that rip apart excess food that you put down your garbage disposal. But over time, um, they will absolutely cause a problem. Now, that alarm bell means that I've run up onto my clock, not even knowing it because I got to talking. So we're going to go to a hard commercial break right now, and we'll see you in a minute. All right. That's the first time that's happened. Okay, so we're going to go back in and clean this up, but that's okay. That's okay. We're rolling right along. Let me give myself an extra 5 seconds. I don't want to jip myself this time. All right, so we're going to jump right back into the show in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Real Estate Connection with your radio realtor, Stephen Theard. Hey, I have to apologize for that abrupt end to the last segment. I just got to going and I lost track of time. Hey, if you're wondering what we're talking about today, it is 10 misconceptions about your home that could cost you money in the long run. Also, Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Real Estate Connection. And if you've missed any of the show or any of the content about the 10 misconceptions that could cost you money in the long run, Send me an email right now at info@realestateconnectionradio.com. That's info at realestateconnectionradio.com with your name and your email address, and I would be happy to add you to my podcast distribution list. Now, before we abruptly broke away for a commercial break in the last segment, we were talking about what things to not put down your garbage disposal. Now, the myth was, or the misconception was, a lemon is a great way to clean a disposal. However, it's been proven that acidic juices from lemons will corrode the metal parts in your disposal. Salt and ice mixed together has metal eating acid as well, and coffee grounds will absolutely clean your metal blades of your disposal, but they clog your pipes over time. So you may be asking yourself, what natural cleaner can I use, Stephen, in order to clean out my garbage disposal without causing any of these issues that may cost me money in the long run? Well, the answer to that is the best natural cleaner for your disposal is good old fashioned baking soda. And let me repeat that again, good old fashioned baking soda. All right, so it's mildly abrasive. And you may have friends that are the same way, but we put up with them anyway. But bump. All right, that's a joke. It just came to me. Give me a break. All right, it's Christmas season. We're having some fun today. All right, it's mildly abrasive and will still clean your disposal blades without damaging the metal in your disposal. And the bonus to all of it is it's super cheap. Baking soda is still really cheap. You can get it at the grocery store. People don't usually make a run for it during times of panic, and it's readily available. And it may be something that you want to keep a couple of extra cans around for, not just for baking during Christmas and Thanksgiving and the New Year, but for cleaning out your garbage disposal. So, what is misconception number 5 as it relates to your home and what could cost you money in the long run? Misconception number 5 is mowing your lawn super short means you'll mow less often. Okay, so you will not have to mow as often, but your lawn will not look as good. Okay, so mowing your lawn super short definitely will cause you to not have to mow as often, but it will just absolutely make your lawn look bad. Mowing your lawn to a height underneath an inch will actually kill your lawn. All right. So you don't want to shave it off too low, even if you're trying to avoid having to mow it too much. And I know there's some people out there, you may be one of them, you may absolutely hate mowing the lawn. But you absolutely hate paying someone else to do it. So you're trying to save yourself extra trips with the lawnmower to the front and backyard. And mowing it super short could save you those trips, but it could also do some permanent damage to your lawn. If you mow it too low, under an inch, it will kill your lawn. It's the same effect as cutting all the leaves off of a plant. Grass blades make and store your lawn's energy. Removing more than 1/3 the length of the blade of the grass will absolutely weaken it. It opens your lawn up to weeds and other pests as well. Additionally, the roots of the lawn also become too exposed and lead to them drying out. So, leave 1 to 3 inches of grass above the root to keep your lawn lush. Now that's what everybody wants. You want that fantastic curb appeal where people drive by and go, "Wow, that house always has the best looking lawn," right? So take the advice. Don't mow it too close. Don't shave it. You'll invite weeds, pests. You'll expose the roots, which will dry it out faster. It could potentially kill it. But if you really want that really lush, plush lawn that adds the fantastic curb appeal, leave 1 to 3 inches of grass above the root to keep your lawn lush. And if you're getting ready to sell your home, you definitely want that curb appeal. So If you have grass that may be dying out, this time of year is actually perfect for lawn seeding and sodding, or putting in seed to make your lawn come back, and start watering it. Also use the rain, nature's natural water source, to help give that your house the curb appeal it needs to get sold. And if you need help with that, give your radio realtor Stephen Theard a phone call at 408-472-0817. Again, 408-472-0817. I'd be happy to help guide you to get the most amount of money out of your house to convert that equity, that hard-earned equity, into real cash dollars into your back pocket. Now, what's misconception number 6? All right, compact fluorescent lights cost too much. Okay, so they call them CFLs. Compact fluorescent lights have come down considerably in price since they first hit the market. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but when they first came out, they were super expensive. You were told that they last forever, and so it's cheaper for you to run them, and they use less energy. But in the beginning, they absolutely were kind of pricey to buy, especially if you were going to replace all of the light bulbs in your home. However, they have come down in price. You can buy one now for as low as $3, and CFLs, or compact fluorescent lights, last on average 5 years. So one bulb can save you $300. A household full of CFLs could save approximately $600 a year. Now, that's real money. That's the difference between maybe buying some airline tickets to go on vacation, or to go visit family that you haven't seen in a very long time. The article also goes on to say that CFLs are not dangerous. However, I will leave that up to my audience to decide. I will leave that up for you. Prices have definitely come down. However, as to their safety, you guys are smart. You guys can research. You guys can think for yourselves. And I trust you to make that decision for yourself as to whether or not you believe they are safe for you and your family. I have personally read both sides, so I didn't want to come out and make a definitive statement as to whether or not they are absolutely safe. So, but the price of them have absolutely come down, and they are definitely more affordable. Okay, what is misconception number 7? Misconception number 7 is a trendy kitchen redo will increase my home's value. All right, so I have preached on this before to you, that remodeling a kitchen has your highest return of investment, and it absolutely does. However, be wary that trends change. They do change. And so you have to make sure where you are on the trend. Are you at the tail end or at the beginning? Because if you're at the tail end of a trend, and you invest, say, $25,000 in a kitchen remodel, and then it flips on you within a year, you may not get all of your return on investment. If you're at the beginning of a trend, it may seem risky. However, you could be ahead of the curve, and then be shaking your own hand and patting yourself on the back for being ahead of the curve, and having people coming to your house and say, "My goodness, this place looks amazing. Wow, I can't believe you have the latest and greatest trends in your kitchen." So just remember now, what's currently trendy? I will tell you, granite stone countertops are still hot. And it seems to be the longest lasting trend. However, cabinets and appliances change with technology and style. White cabinets are currently in trend, but I've been noticing that natural wood tones are starting to make a comeback and become vogue. Also, brushed nickel and stainless steel have been staples, but gold and black fixtures are starting to make their way into kitchens and bathrooms. So if you're looking for those latest trendy designs and you want to be on the cutting edge, check out some real estate blogs, kitchen redesign blogs, or remodeling areas and start looking for those gold and black accents and actually wood tones and painted cabinetry and not just white are starting to actually come into vogue. So with that, we're running up onto a hard break. We're going to go get some bills paid through some commercials, and when we get back, we'll wrap up the 10 misconceptions about your home that could cost you money in the long run. We'll see you in a minute. All right, we are going to jump right back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Real Estate Connection with your radio realtor, Stephen Theard, and a Merry Christmas to everyone, to all of you who are listening today. Merry Christmas to you, Merry Christmas to you, Merry Christmas to you and your family in California, the United States, and all over the world. Thank you for joining me on another episode on the Real Estate Connection. And hey, if you've missed any part of today's show, which we have been talking about as a Christmas gift to you of knowledge, the 10 misconceptions about your home that could cost you money in the long run, send me an email right now at info@realestateconnectionradio.com with your name and your email address, and I'd be happy to sign you up for my podcast distribution list so you don't have to miss any future or past content. So, with that being said, what's misconception number 8? Well, that is a contractor recommendation from a friend is good enough. Well, that's not necessarily true. Good contractors have more than just referrals from friends or family to vouch for them. Now, a friend or a good neighbor is definitely a recommendation from a friend or a good neighbor is definitely a great place to start. But you also need to check contractor reviews from online reference sources such as Angie's List or maybe even Yelp, and then ask local building inspectors what contractors meet code consistently. Ask contractors for names of past references and then ask them how many other projects do they have going on. It will show you whether or not they're actually in business and they're having repeat business, because contractors who don't do a lot of work tend to not have that work because they're not doing a great job. For the most part, that's not always true, but it's an inference that people can make. And then ask them how long they have worked with their subcontractors as well, because contractors don't do all the work. They sub it out to subcontractors, and you want to make sure that they have a good working relationship with these guys or gals, and that they trust them and they're not just bringing in people that they don't know. And then also ask them how many jobs they've done of a similar size. Think of it as a job interview, but for a contractor. Now, what's a misconception number 9? Turning off your air conditioning when leaving your home saves energy. Now, turning off your air conditioning could actually wind up costing you more money. When you turn it back on, you lose the dollars you saved by turning it off because you have to spend extra money to get the house cool again. The best way to save money on utilities is to adjust the temperature up or down by no more than 5 or 10 degrees. So find out where your comfort level is for your family, and in the wintertime, keep it at that same temperature and also maintain it in the summertime. So it's either going to be with heat in the winter or with AC in the summertime. Now, the final misconception about your home that could wind up costing you money in the long run is permits. We don't need no stinking permits. All right, building codes protect you. Getting permits means code inspectors will inspect the work for you of your contractors and make sure you are protected. Now, insurance companies may not cover your loss if you have a fire or a flood if they should find out the work was done without a permit. So check with your local building inspector or permit department to see if your job needs a permit, and then get one if you need one. It's better to be safe than sorry. And with that, that wraps up the 10 misconceptions of owning a home that could cost you money in the long run. Now, I want to thank you for joining me on today's show. Again, if you came in late and you want to catch up, send me an email right now at info@realestateconnectionradio.com with your name and email address, and I'd be happy to add you to my podcast distribution list so that you don't have to miss any future or past content. And if you're on the fence about buying and you want to take advantage of these low interest rates, give me a call right now. Let's talk through your situation and see if it's the best time for you. Stephen Theard, your radio realtor, at 408 472 0817. Or if you're thinking about selling, now's the time to cash in on that equity while the buyers are out and the rates are low. 408 472 0817. God bless you. God bless you and your family. God bless the United States of America. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week on another episode of The Real Estate Connection with your radio realtor, Stephen Theard. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, that's it, folks. God bless every single one of you. Thank you for joining me today. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use it, it will be measured to you. Luke 6:38. Be giving. Remember your fellow man. Love your neighbor. Merry Christmas. And stay safe out there. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. God bless your family. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining me on today's show, The Real Estate Connection with your radio realtor, Stephen Theard. And we'll see you again next week.